Welcome to Nintendo Week's almost all portable video game show.
Today, for the Nintendo DS system, we'll take a look at the games Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2 and The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass.
And for Nintendo 3DS, we'll share tips for surface and underwater combat in the game Star Fox 64 3D. Plus, the new game collection BIT.TRIP SAGA.
And BIT.TRIP Complete for Wii. It's so good, it's portable. In my mind.
That doesn't make sense.
Or does it?
Still no.
Fox McCloud spends most of the time in the game Star Fox 64 3D, flying his R-Wing fighter in space, over planets, and through deadly obstacles. But there are some missions where Fox needs to get behind the wheel of a couple of other vehicles. We're going to show you 2 of these missions and give you a few tips for playing through them. First up, the Landmaster on Titania, where Slippy crash-landed in a previous mission.
Give me Slippy's location.
Piloting the Landmaster makes for a completely different kind of gameplay. To aim shots, you need to raise and lower the barrel. You can go up on 2 wheels to bank left or right, and you can also hover for a few moments. Unlike the R-Wing, the Landmaster doesn't deflect enemy fire when it does a barrel roll. Titania is covered with landmines. Blow them up before you get too close, or barrel roll out of the way to avoid them. Take these enemies out with bombs before you reach them. They won't do damage if they fall on you, but you will get hurt if you run into them while they're still kicking. If you get close to one of these guys, it'll explode, but if you try and shoot it, it'll fly away. You can only take them out in midair. Going over the bridges is better than rolling down into the ditch. And the 3rd bridge has a shield ring on it. This field is a great place to pick up some last-minute supply rings before the boss fight. Gora starts out buried in the sand, and you need to use the Landmaster's barrel roll to avoid his flailing arms. When he comes out, aim your barrel at his extremities, and then his heart. Now Allison is going to show you the underwater Aquas mission.
Thanks, Gary. If you take the alternate path after defeating a TAC carrier in the first mission, you may find yourself on the planet Aquas hunting in the ocean for Andross's bioweapon. The Blue Marine handles similarly to the R-Wing with a few differences. First of all, you can't charge shots, but you can fire an unlimited number of torpedoes. You can also lock onto enemies and shoot torpedoes at them. Shoot the clams to open them up. Many have items inside. Target the starfish as soon as you see them, because they'll explode if you get too close. Blow these columns up to clear the way and find shield and supply rings. You can't kill these jellyfish, so the best route is right through the center of the electric bars. The boss at the end of the Aquas mission is Bakun, Andross's bioweapon. Keep firing torpedoes to light it up and take the fleshy columns out first. Take the Blue Marine and the Landmaster out for a spin yourself. Star Fox 64 3D is in stores now.
The BIT.TRIP series of rhythm-based games have been fan favorites since they launched on the WiiWare service way back in March 2009. And now, you can play them in a brand new way with BIT.TRIP SAGA for Nintendo 3DS. Each BIT.TRIP game is a combination of seemingly simple design and very, very challenging gameplay. BIT.TRIP Beat is the game that started it all. You use a paddle to bounce beats in time with the 8-bit soundtrack. BIT.TRIP Core takes that concept and expands on it by doubling and sometimes quadrupling the playing field. BIT.TRIP Void gives you the freedom to move around the screen to capture black beats and avoid the white ones. In BIT.TRIP Runner, you help Commander Video, the hero of the BIT.TRIP games, jump, slide, and karate kick through obstacles and platformer-style gameplay. BIT.TRIP Fate is his series answer to on-rails shooters. Commander Video blasts beats at bad guys on his way to defeat the evil Mingron Timbletot. And the final game, BIT.TRIP Flux, brings things full circle with more of the paddle-based gameplay, chiptune music, and face-melting challenges that put the series on the map. BIT.TRIP Saga includes all 6 of the BIT.TRIP games with totally new 3D graphics. The added depth makes the beats pop out of the screen to help you perfect your rhythm and keep the music flowing. And if you want to play these games in their original form, check out BIT.TRIP Complete for Wii. This collection features all 6 games with brand new extras, like 120 new BIT.TRIP challenges within each game, an audio gallery, and new difficulty modes. BIT.TRIP Complete and BIT.TRIP Saga are both in stores now, so check them out.
In the world of Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2, every kid wants to become a Monster Scout and fight in the Monster Scout Challenge. You play as a stowaway trying to get to the big tournament. You don't have any monsters yet, but the ship's engineer gives you a scout ring, which gives you the ability to impress the monsters and recruit them for your party. The combat in Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2 has you commanding up to 3 monsters at once, either by giving them direct orders, turning them loose with instructions like show no mercy, or letting them choose how to fight on their own. And while your monsters do most of the fighting, your character can step in and help by using items like medicinal herbs or pinballs. Pinballs are especially great against metal slimes and other metallic monsters. But the main goal of combat isn't just to defeat your opponents. Instead, you want to scout them. Select Scout and your team of monsters will try to impress enemy creatures with a show of force. The higher the percentage you get, the better the chance you'll have to bring the enemy monster over to your side. Even if the chance is only 5%, you might still be able to scout the monster. On the other hand, unless you get 100%, there's always the chance that you'll fail. You might get another chance on your next turn, or the monster could get offended, giving them a boost against you in combat. Once a monster is offended, you won't be able to scout again during that battle. Not every monster you recruit needs to be scouted in battle. You can also make new ones. Talk to Dr. Lump on board the airship to try out Synthesis. There are over 300 monsters in all. You can synthesize some of them, but scouting for monsters in the wild is an equally important part of the game. Some are aggressive and will jump you at the first opportunity, others are shy. Also, the monsters that appear in daytime are different from the ones that come out at night. And bad weather sometimes prevents you from entering certain areas, so it's best to hunt around the clock. Building a strong team of monsters in the game can pay off big time in the new and improved multiplayer modes. Play with up to 7 other players in a local wireless tournament, or duke it out one-on-one with a friend in a multiplayer battle. Plus, in local wireless multiplayer mode, you can trade monsters with other players in the Monster Exchange. Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2 also has a tag mode in which you battle AI versions of another player's team. And this tag mode is compatible with the game's Dragon Quest VI, Realms of Revelation, and Dragon Quest IX, Sentinels of the Starry Skies, giving you the chance to scout monsters from both of these games. You can even go online to challenge players around the globe in the weekly World Monster Championship. Arm your monsters, level them up, and assemble the perfect team today. Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2 is an RPG for the Monster Scout in all of us. It's available now.
It's Friday, September 9th, and that means one thing. Star Fox 64 3D is finally in stores. Fans from all over have barrel rolled to the Nintendo World Store to celebrate the release of the game and be among the first to purchase it. Let's check it out. How long have you been a fan of the Star Fox series?
Since it first came out on Nintendo 64.
Since the original.
Since college, so I was like 3.
So you had a chance to play the Star Fox 64 3D. What did you think of it?
I thought it was a really good remake. I like the 3D. My friends were trying to pull me away, but I couldn't. It just looks really cool, like, all around.
How does the 3D affect the gameplay?
The 3D helps out a lot. Like, when you're flying, you can definitely see how far away ships are, which is big for not crashing into them.
I can actually see a lot farther into the stage.
What's your favorite move, the barrel roll or the somersault?
Do a barrel roll.
The somersault.
Somersault.
The somersault.
Barrel roll. Somersault. The barrel roll. Just, you know.
Do a barrel roll.
Right. Who would you say first, Slippy, Falco, or Peppy?
Falco.
Falco.
Falco. Falco.
Peppy.
Falco.
Don't forget me!
Slippy.
I hate Slippy. I can't stand Slippy.
Whoa!
Slippy's annoying. Slippy's annoying.
I can't stand his voice.
Help me!
Slippy is so annoying.
I thought he was a girl for the first 5 years of my life.
Hey! Leave me alone!
He's annoying.
We've been getting a lot of Slippy as annoying today.
Because he is annoying. He always needs saving.
What are you most looking forward to about the 3D version?
I'm really looking forward to just like reliving the memories.
It's one of those games that kind of started me getting to play video games.
Stop Andros today. Star Fox 64 3D is in stores now.
Every Every Legend of Zelda game brings something new to the series.
And today, we're taking a look at The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, which brought us a brand new way to play with the touchscreen controls of Nintendo DS.
The story of The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass picks up where The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker left off.
At the beginning, Link's friend Tetra is kidnapped onto an evil ghost ship. It's up to our hero to get her back.
To track down the ghost ship, Link needs to find the spirits of courage, wisdom, and power by traveling between the islands in the Great Sea with the help of Captain Linebeck and his customizable boat.
But first, Link's got to figure out where the spirits are. He can only do this by finding clues in the deadly Temple of the Ocean King, which will drain the life out of any person who enters it.
The only way to survive is with the device called the Phantom Hourglass. But when the sands of hours run out, so does Link's life force.
The gameplay takes place in a variety of completely different environments. Sometimes you're exploring islands and dungeons full of tricky environmental puzzles and bosses.
Other times you're on the water navigating obstacles and shooting cannonballs at enemies.
Some of the game even takes place underwater, as you direct a salvage arm to pull up treasure and important clues to find the ghost ship.
The capabilities of the Nintendo DS system play a big part in the gameplay, from setting the path for Link's boomerang and drawing warp symbols on a magic slate, to blowing into the microphone to spin windmills.
These mechanics force you to think outside the box to solve puzzles, and they bring the world of the game a little bit more into the real world.
Besides the main adventure, The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass also features a multiplayer mode. You and a friend can take turns playing as Link trying to move Force Gems, or as three Phantoms trying to stop him.
The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass is a portable Zelda experience you don't want to miss. Check it out today.
That's our show.
Check back in next week when we check out the games The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Anniversary Edition, FIFA Soccer 12, and some more of the game's Star Fox 64 3D.
Plus the game Cabela's Big Game Hunter 2012.
Until then, here's to portability.
Not again.